Hello? Is it Little
Hola.
Tuggz here? Sandy Miller, killer of
Sí.
Aziz. Who is this?
I mean it, PD. He's Coyote. I'm waiting
Hey,
for you.
Cayote. How you doing, dude?
I heard what you say just now.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Look, can I be honest with you?
Say you need a pickup.
Yeah.
So like, you think I'm a bad person?
I think you're capable of doing very bad things and you have done very bad things.
But I didn't mean to do those things. You know, I was watching a cartoon and like, I was like, in it, they said pigs can fly and like, you
Wait,
know,
say that last part again. I couldn't hear because I was yelling in my brain.
I was watching a cartoon and like, I could see that in it, like the pigs could fly and I wanted to see, I thought, you know, they could. Turns out it wasn't really true. Look, you have to understand that I tried to confess, but like nobody was listening to me. I want you to think about something, okay, Coyote? Like, I talked to Den about this, but maybe you can understand this as well. Maybe this is gonna be a little bit more obvious. Okay, did I kill a deed? Sure. But did I mean to? Did I want him to die? Not really. But after he got hurt, I talked to Bewick. I told him that I did it. He should have had enough information to know something was up. I question, did he tell you that? And then, you know, I happened to be at the hospital. I just happened to be. I didn't know a deed was going to be there, but I was. And I was recording, and there was like 20 cops. And I said, man, if only you could fly. And they heard it. A lot of them heard it. How many of them tell you? And then, after they put the body in the elevator, I talked to Slacks, and I said, you know, I'm sorry about what happened to Aziz. He just happened to be the first person I ran into. The first cop I ran into. Did he tell you that? And then, when I felt really bad about it, and I'm like, I need to be in jail with my family, dude. Because I'm a bad guy. I tried to get arrested in front of Mission World PD. And it was Cassidy and Bones. I think it was Cassidy, but definitely Bones. And I was like, telling them, they're like, why do you want me to arrest you? I know this is a trick. I'm like, no, I need to go to jail. And then I told him, I screamed, I killed Aziz. And he just kept walking to the garage. And, you know, there's probably other times too that I said these things. In fact, I put it on Twitter like 3 times. So like, you know, the question and what I was surprised is that for the last 2 weeks, I kept calling Slacks and you and trying to come in for interrogation because maybe there was a possibility that you might have changed my mind to not to be so like hiding the fact that I did these things. And maybe I would have been honest.
But you never called me. I would have never denied talking to you.
Well, I think maybe you and I, our paths didn't cross, but I definitely, you know, I came down to Mission Road just a week ago and it was with Pidden. And like, the male started screaming, kind of lost his mind that day. But I came down to get in there. He slacks up saying, I got to wait for Cayote, or whatever. But no, there's been, you know, 5 times. I keep calling, I keep 311ing, and nobody wanted me to come in. And I get it. Maybe you were busy or whatever. Maybe our times don't line up. But you would think at least some officer would have been like, you know what? Maybe we bring him in, ask him some things, let Cayote know. I don't understand. And this is what I told Dan. Is that I want you to think about something. You're pretty new to the police. one of your cops end up dying. And how many people gave a shit? They can pretend. They can even act like they're really mad. In fact, even then, he was really mad. At least he said he was. But when I said, I want to tell you what happened, he'd rather go to another shootout or another flicker bank or whatever the heck you guys do all day, instead of trying to figure out the why. What was the reason these things happened? What was the motivation? What if it happened again? But the reality is that nobody really cared. Maybe you do. But why is it that only you're the one that's working on this? Kind of strange, isn't it? What's the most surprising thing? It's like he died and no one give a shit. You know the wild thing about it is that we threw him in the front gate. And a deed, it was left there for hours. In fact, when I first got to the hospital, I was shocked that they only brought the body in like hours later. And the entire time, all the people in the prison wanted was to turn the alarm off. But for some reason, the police wanted to shoot them. They're getting their own guy out. Now, I might seem like a bad guy, and maybe I've done some wild things. And maybe my reasoning not justified. But you guys supposed to be the police, no? Why do you guys keep making the wrong choices? I don't mean you. I mean everyone you're surrounded by.
So he wasn't a target for Aziz specifically. Is it true that it just happened to be him?
Yeah, he was one of the good ones. In fact, after I picked him up and put him in the trunk, Porn would pull us over on traffic stop. I thought he knew a deed was in the trunk, so I ended up shooting him, dude. That fat fuck. Now we pick him up by the like Lower Power Street. Got the big building. Got him in the vehicle, just happened to be the first cop. Then, you know, drove him down to the airport, put him on the plane, threw him out. Shortly thereafter, I called Barrick. I kind of, you know, look, I'm not somebody that likes to get rid of a body or do something and then be, you know, this massive criminal. I kind of like a little bit of cat and mouse. Unfortunately, all these detectives that you have, this Maeve, this Riker, they just like to slurp.
What was the conversation like between you and Barrick?
Trying to remember. I think I mentioned something about, oh my God, I heard Aziz got thrown out of a plane. And he goes, how do you know that? You know, he's got like the raspy voice or whatever. I was shocked that I knew. I mean, I made up some bullshit, but you would have thought it would have been enough to bring me in. But not once did any of you guys bring me down to the police station. Just to ask a couple questions. You know, I'm the kind of person that probably would have left something behind. He's given a little bit of a hint. Like I said, I like a little bit of cat and mouse.
Can you tell me now that it's past statute?
Yeah.
Who is flying the plane?
Your mom.
My mama is in Oaxaca.
Is she?
Were you truly on the plane?
Here's the thing, Coyote. Okay? I live by a certain kind of code, okay? I can only speak for myself.
But you were not flying it.
I don't know how to fly,
You're only
but I
19
know
after
how
all.
to put a gun to someone's head and throw them out. Well, according to the mayor, I'm very very good at what I do. But the reality is the mayor never realized that most people in Los Santos just brain damage. And even a 19-year-old with simple like comprehension skills can be very impressive to those that are stupid.
Did you know where Pigeon was going when you parted ways with him?
Wait, say again?
Tell me this, if you can. Where did you land the plane?
It was at the whatchamacallit, Orange Kiddo.
You guys flew west to east over the prison.
Yeah.
Then you made a U-turn. You went and you landed in Zancudo.
Yeah.
And then you parted ways with Pigeon. And he went to go have a talk that he did not think he gonna come back from.
What?
See?
Wait, what do you mean couldn't come back from? What does that mean?
Well, I just sent him his subpoena. He can see in there. You can ask him.
Oh, no, I've seen it. Oh, it's funny. I'm like putting a civil suit and I
What
saw
you
you
mean?
guys.
What do you mean you seen it?
What do you mean? It's on docket, asshole. You mean it's text message?
See?
Yeah, you know we can look at that, right? It's public.
Wait, all of it?
Yeah, what do you mean all of it? What are you talking about?
Well, I don't think it's smart for the entire public to see everyone's phone records, only the part that is relevant to the case.
What? Whatever
See?
was on the docket, is that what you're talking about?
See, I only added a little bit on the docket, 2 fucking front and back message.
Wait, hold on, pause. You're telling me that you have stuff that you didn't... Oh my god.
What?
No, nothing.
Wait, no, come back.
No, nothing.
Listen, I think it's fucking stupid that the public sees every fucking
Why
thing
is
on the
this-
subpoena.
What you mean? Why would it be stupid? What you're talking about?
No, don't hang up the phone. Wait.
No, I didn't hang up the phone. I'm saying what you mean?
Let's
Why
wait, I'm
would-
pulling up the MDT.
Why would the public not wait? What? You know this is America, right?
Amigo, if you call someone to say, oh, let's meet up and
I'm
kill
not your
fucking...
amigo.
If you call someone...
Yep.
Okay, sorry. If you call someone and you say, hey, Robert, come on, we're going to go kill Lassie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why would you
And that
wait?
is
Why you wait?
I
What?
couldn't think of a name. God forbid.
Why are you talking a dog name, dude?
Okay, Lucy. We're going to go kill Lucy.
Okay.
Okay. And
Yeah.
but before that, you have called to your grandmama, to your grandpapa, and it's
Yeah.
private. It's not relevant to the case. Why should the
Okay.
public know about your calls to your grandmama and grandpapa? That is what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, that's not really. Why does the police exist? Where Oaxaca?
Is it Mexico? Hold on, I'm looking something up.
well,
Don't hang
this
up.
America, not Oaxaca, dude. This is a good RP conversation. I'm keeping an eye
Okay,
on...
you see that in the evidence that I listed, I only put the parts that are relevant.
Okay.
See? You notice?
Now I'm confused. Like, what was the question? You said something about, like, some... Think he wasn't going to come back? I don't know what this is. Look, I don't...
Well, I guess
I think maybe
you-
you thought something was going to happen that didn't.
No, it's okay. You can ask him. It's okay.
I don't have to. I was with him.
You were not with him after.
I was.
You 100% were not.
Okay.
You were not with him after.
I don't, like... Coyote, listen. I know, like, as the police, you guys either in your vehicle or like you're hanging out in Mission Row, but you have to understand that people outside that little box of yours, like we are like in different places every like 15 minutes. So, yeah, maybe there was like 15 minutes of time span. Maybe we weren't, but no, we were. You know, he didn't like disappear or something. Maybe he was gone for a little bit, but not really.
Can you tell me something before you hanging up?
But I'm not hanging up. I'm like here to answer your, trying to give you
Oh.
closure, asshole.
Okay, no, because I have a lot to ask you still. When you say here, are you physically here or are we talking, you mean?
What?
Nothing. Listen, what can you tell me what his last words were?
What I did?
See,
This wouldn't happen if Brian Knight was in charge.
there is no way he's saying that.
Yeah, I don't know what he meant by that though.
Did you attack him before throwing him from the plane?
What is the fuck? I'm sorry?
Did you attack him before throwing him from the plane?
I don't remember, to be honest. I mean, possibly. I don't remember that happening.
The autopsy report showed that he had THC in his system. How and why?
Because we were gonna kill his ass. What do you mean?
Okay, so you get him drugged first?
Well, actually, he was probably already blazed, to be honest. Yeah, we don't have that shit, dude. Not even kidding. This guy probably smoking weed, like, on duty. Or he was, I should say. No, he just had a gun put in his mouth and said, jump out the window, dude.
Why? Could I?
You're wondering why he's smoking weed on duty? Have you?
No, I'm wondering why throw him from the plane?
Well, you guys weren't shutting off the alarm, dude. I mean, like, I know this sounds crazy, but why didn't you just shut off the alarm?
So you were called and told to find a means to get their attention.
Listen.
And you decided
There's a lot of
to
things.
bring a policia to bring.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to understand.
I think you're
I'm not
trying
looking
to
for
find like
judge
something
anymore.
extremely rational to all this, but you have to understand, like, we have pretty much operating under a fascist government that is fucking us in the ass. None of the police department really give a shit. They pretend they do. They're all, chupaying, the people at the top. And then when people go crazy and, exert how pissed they are, sometimes irrational things happen. So not everything gonna make sense.
Well, I'm just gonna ask you direct something that I wondered. Were you asked to bring the body in
Say that again?
from the? It was something. I'm just gonna ask you direct. Were you asked to bring the body in?
Were you asked to bring the body in?
See.
I don't remember. I don't think that would have been relevant, to be honest.
We see an order that you got from inside the prison saying, "Hey, bring us somebody, throw him in here," and then you mobilized and did it.
I think we just. I don't remember. I think we just decided to do it anyways because it'd be funny. One way to turn the alarm off.
It would be funny. And then you ask me if I think you're an evil man, saying,
no. Well, no. I mean, look, I thought he could fly, dude. I thought he was gonna fly down. What you want from me? I mean, look, I want to ask you something, Coyote. You know, you're. I want you to be honest. I'm being honest. Okay.
I will be honest as much as my job permits me to, reveal what I can.
Yep. So, you're kind of wondering why would I imagine in your mind you're like, oh my god, they're so crazy. They took a poor police officer and threw him into prison. Oh my god. But why did you leave him dying instead of turning the alarm on? He was like at the front gate, dude. Like,
And how do you know that wasn't attempted to doing?
I don't know, dude. You're telling me you weren't able to get his body from like the front gate? That was my most shocking thing. I was like, damn, dude, I think I did like a million different things and then got to the hospital and only then the body was brought in. Like, what was the priority? The shootout. And you can try to like convince me otherwise, but I think deep down that's the truth. Otherwise, there's no reason. Like, I could understand if we threw his body in the center, but like we were talking about how crazy it was that it fell where it did.
Senor, I understand that the PD could have gone in there a lot sooner.
Yeah.
One thing that please, is there's no need for is the PD the reason he died. He was grabbed, put a gun in his mouth, and thrown out of the fucking plane. Both his legs shattered, as according to the testimony of the autopsy report.
Yeah.
He died because he was kidnapped and thrown in. If the PD acted faster, would he have survived? It is most likely and probable.
Did you care?
Why would you ask me that question?
Well, I think it's reasonable. Do you care that he died? Are you interested in the misery? Or for giving him, like... You know what's funny, Coyote? The reason I'm asking this question is because I want to ask it again, is you're trying to figure out why I did what I did. But are you asking why the PD did what they did and what they didn't do? Why they have you working this? Why is it that it took an entire police department trying to seek justice and the best they could do was post a docket multiple hours late? Not even attempt to bring any of us in for questioning. If the PD truly cared, then instead of spending all their time trying to be Max's, soldiers, maybe they would, I don't know, have a couple people, I don't know, bring us in and be like, why? Pigeon wasn't brought in, I wasn't brought in, the others weren't brought in. Why? I'm crazy, but I'm not a cop. I know you're gonna not probably be able to answer that question.
I can answer it, senor, but I can answer it, senor,
Okay.
but there's some things that I cannot say. That's all I'm going to say.
I know, that's what I mean. You don't want to lose your job. And look, I know there's a lot of fishy things that are going on in that police department. I've heard the phone calls. I've heard the drama.
I don't know what you're talking about. What drama?
The drama, dude.
Look, I think sometimes people forgetting that the PD is comprised of individuals.
And?
The individuals are flawed. And individuals are flawed.
You say that, but then I have my entire profile on this little computer of yours. documenting all my clothes while I was a civilian running for mayor. But no, he knows Chengang. Must be Chengang, dude. You know, the PD turned me into this person. Believe it or not. I was innocent. I wanted to go to college, dude. So, while you say, oh man, the PD comprised of individual, that's why I'm talking to you and I'm not talking to those bozos, Maeve and Riker. Because I think you, at least, can think beyond the guilty, not guilty. Let me try to get another arrest. Did you know Riker, after I got in a car accident, attempted to blackmail my lawyers with getting me to apologize to him, and said he only pressed charges because I didn't want to speak to him while I was injured on the ground. This your detective, dude.
You know, you asked me why you were never talked to.
What?
You know, you asked why you were never talked to.
Yeah.
What if I told you, hypothetically, of course,
Wait, you didn't... Are you
never
talking?
mind. No,
No, say
never
it.
mind.
Come
No,
on,
no,
puppy.
no. It's not right. It's over. Doesn't matter.
What?
Isn't there is a chain of command and there's reasons for every order.
Yeah,
Put it
I
that
know.
way.
You ever question the people at the top why they make those decisions? Who's in it for what their reason is? You know, at the end of the day, a lot of people slowly turning away from the police department. You ever wonder why? You ever consider... I want you to... let me ask you a question. I'm going to tell you some of the anger I've got. Do you know Archie Archer was originally bribed by Max to bow out of the race? The individual who was documented being very much against Max and his policies. And then all of a sudden he bows out of the race during the debate. A debate in which only Max and his deputy mayor were in. One in which Cornwood is found documenting me and targeting me. The same individual that now has a comfy position in the council. Archie has a warrant put out on him for criminal negligence of a gun. A warrant that he woke up to. He woke up to that warrant. A man that had a clean record, who was on the civilian oversight committee. The individual that was taking complaints from civilians woke up one day because a cop forgot to put the report in. And all of a sudden he became a felon. And do you know who arrested him? Max and Siobhan. And Declan Crane. And all of a sudden, now he's in jail. He's not the only one. There's plenty of others that are like this. You ever take a look at the G6 lot? How many people are working there? There's only two answers. One is that they're in the police department. And number two, they themselves have given up. Now, I'm not saying I'm looking to change your mind or I want you to sympathize with me or make you think that I'm trying to justify why I've done the things I've done. But I think someone like you and someone like me might share a couple things in common. People turn to people like me for protection because the police will not give it to them. Because when they go to the police and try to ask for help, the first question that comes in their mind is, what do you want and what illegal activity are you doing? Anyways, do you have any other questions for me?
See a whole lot, senor, but I think I have a lot to think about as well.
Okay.
Perhaps we will talk more in the future
Yep.
if chance allows.
Okay. Anytime, though.
I will leave you with a passage from scripture.
What?
I'm gonna leave you with a passage from scripture.
What scripture, dude?
Bible.
What?
Spare the rod, spoil the child.
Spare the what?
The rod.
Who?
The thing that you whip the ass with.
What do you... So why are you talking about sex things with me all the time, dude?
No,
What
it's
the
not
fuck?
sexist. You're doing something bad. You need to be punished for your own good.
Yeah, and... Yeah, you're right. And that's why I punished the PD, dude. Throw a motherfucker out the plane.
See? And it's sad that you were not
Oh
able...
my God, I'm like a prophet, dude.
It's really bad that you were not able to go to the penitentiary for what you did.
What you mean?
For your own good. For
How
your
is that
own
my fault?
salvation.
I literally told all of you guys I was doing it, but no one cared, dude. And honestly, that to me was the biggest lesson. Is that every single time I went to the PD and I brought up the complaints about how I was being targeted for thinking I am Changing, even though I'm very different than many of the other people that I'm surrounded by, I was treated just like another cop killer, even though I was a civilian. Whether I was doing crime, whether I was bringing up complaint because I was being harassed, whether it's the photographs and the documentation of my clothes, that every time I tried to do the right thing, I still was fucked in the ass. And it was so bad that when I admitted multiple times I killed Aziz, no one believed it. You have a good day, Coyote. I'm gonna turn my life around.
Yes, senor.